And welcome to the University of Leicester MBA webinar. My name is Helen Sparopoulos. I'm the Admissions Manager at Stafford Global, and joining me this evening all the way from the university is Dr. Olga. Good evening to you, Dr. Olga.
Good evening to you too. Lovely to see you all in the audience.
Good, good. And yes, I can see that there are quite a few that have joined us. I can see from Saudi Arabia as well as Kuwait and Bahrain and the Middle East here closer to home in Dubai. Welcome to all of you. How we are going to conduct the webinar this evening. So I'm just briefly going to introduce you to Stafford and our function. And I'm then going to hand you over to Dr. Olga, who's going to take you through this MBA program. Now, towards the end of the presentation, you'll be able to type out any questions that you may have for Dr. Olga or for myself. What I am going to be doing, though, is looking at these questions quite carefully so that I can group them together, because a lot of the questions are very similar, if not identical. Okay, so let's get started. Who is Stafford Global? Well, Stafford Global was started or initiated basically 1993, and we are a resource centre for 5 UK universities. One of these universities is the University of Leicester. So we are the official partner of the University of Leicester in the Middle East. Now, we do offer a variety of programs ranging from certificates to diplomas, bachelor's, master's, right through until doctorate levels. Our function here really is to assist you throughout the application process. So the mere fact that you are here with us this evening means that you have chatted to one of our experienced academic consultants, and I'm sure you've received quite a lot of important information, and they will assist you throughout your application process and get that very important unconditional offer. Okay, I'm now going to hand you over to Dr. Olga, and I shall join you towards the end of the webinar. Over to you, Dr. Olga.
Thank you very much for this introduction. So hello and a very warm welcome to the University of Leicester and University of Leicester MBA Programme. The University of Leicester is located in the city of Leicester in the very heart of England, the area known as Midlands. It's only an hour away from London by train. The city of Leicester has made world news twice in the recent years. First, with the discovery of the remains of the King Richard III, and then with the spectacular win of the Leicester City Football Club, known as the Foxes, in the Premier League. The University of Leicester itself was founded as a college in 1921, and then in 1957 was awarded a Royal Charter as a university. The site for the university was donated by a local businessman who wanted to create a living memorial for all local people who made sacrifices during the First World War, and the wish is reflected in the university motto, which you can see on the university's official coat of arms in Latin, ad vitam habeant, which means that so that they may have life. The University of Leicester is most famous for the discovery of genetic fingerprinting. It's a leading UK university committed to international excellence through the creation of world-changing research and high-quality inspirational teaching. The Times Higher Education have ranked us as 24th in the UK in the World University Rankings, in the top 25 universities in the Research Excellence Power Rankings, and 21st in the world in terms of its Research Impact Ranking. The university also features in the Reuters Top 100 Most Innovative Universities in Europe. So we have lots of awards and accolades. The University of Leicester is a fairly large university with about 12,000 undergraduate and 5,000 postgraduate students. It's also one of the most socially inclusive of the UK leading universities, with a long-standing commitment to providing fair and equal access to higher education. The University of Leicester School of Business that delivers the Leicester MBA program is a medium-sized business school with over 150 academic staff. The School of Business is very international, with the faculty representing 22 countries and doing research on many different countries and regions of the world. The motto of the school is distinctive and relevant. We're distinctive in our research and our approach to the study of business, economics, and management, and we're also relevant in application of those areas to knowledge organizations, and relevant in terms of generating our impact on businesses and management practice. We like to say that our School of Business is a place where research meets teaching, norms meet reflection, and where impossible dreams become reality. Our MBA program is renowned worldwide because we have about 12,000 graduate alumni working in 150 countries. The Leicester MBA was one of the first distance learning MBAs in the world, and one of the first such programs to achieve the AMBA accreditation and to hold this accreditation for over 2 decades. So we have 30 years of experience of offering the distance, online, blended, and flexible MBA. And so we know what works well for the students and what helps you, the students, achieve the results. So our current program is the culmination of this wealth of experience. We know what works, and we have designed the program to provide you with flexibility, the flexibility to fit your studies around your professional and personal commitments. But we also provide strong structure and support system that keeps you on track and helps you progress through your studies successfully. On top of that, our multinational faculty and the global cohort of students provide you with a wealth of cultural knowledge from all over the world. Our current student body includes students from nearly 100 countries, and in each cohort, we have over 30 nations represented. 4 out of 5 students come from outside the UK. And although we still have a lot of work to do in terms of gender diversity, a third of our students are female, which is about average for an MBA program. The average student age is 36 years, so we have predominantly mature students, and an average work experience is 8 years, which means that we're packing a wealth of professional experience in every class. Now, when you're looking for an MBA program, you're looking for the indicators of quality. Our business school has many professional accreditations and memberships. It's a member of the Chartered Association of Business Schools, which is the representative body for all leading business schools in the UK. It's also a member of the Association for the Advanced Collegiate School of Business, the world's largest business education alliance. We're also the members of the European Foundation for Management Development. We're a proud signatory of the UN Principles for Responsible Management Education, which is the largest organized relationship between the United Nations and business schools around the world. And the mission is to transform management education, research, and thought leadership globally. We also hold a prestigious Small Business Charter Award for our role in keeping to kickstart new enterprises. But for our MBA program, the key accreditation that should interest you is the accreditation by the Association of MBAs, or AMBA for short. This accreditation is internationally recognized as the hallmark of quality for MBA programs. It's the global standard for MBAs and currently accredits programs only from the top 2% of business schools worldwide. Another accreditation of particular relevance to you is the CMI, which stands for Chartered Management Institute. It's the only chartered professional body in the UK dedicated to promoting the highest standards in management and leadership excellence. It's important to you this accreditation because as part of your Leicester MBA program, upon successful completion of the course, you will be awarded not only the MBA degree, but also the CMI certificate or diploma in strategic management and leadership practice. Our program is also accredited by CIMA, Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, a UK-based professional body in management accountancy, and the world's largest professional body of management accountants. When we talk about Leicester MBA program, we say 1 program, 2 awards, 3 specialisms. Well, 1 program, that's clear enough. 2 awards, this means that when you graduate, you will be awarded not only an MBA degree, but also, as I said, a diploma in strategic management and leadership practice from Chartered Management Institute. You gain this automatically as you can complete your MBA program requirements. 3 specialisms means that you can opt to pursue a generalist MBA program, or you can choose to specialize in one of the 3 functional areas: finance, marketing, or HRM. As I already mentioned, our MBA program is designed to provide you with the flexibility of fitting your studies around your professional and personal commitments, and with a structure to help you successfully progress through the course. So let's look at the course structure. The Leicester MBA is designed to be completed within 30 months. There are 3 core modules, 1 option module, and the final organizational research and consultancy methods and the MBA project. Very mouthful of the title for a module. Each module is 6 months in duration. The first module, Managing and Developing People and Organizations, starts with a 3-week induction program to your studies. The rest of the module is devoted to people management and leadership and combines learning about organizational behavior and about human resource management. The second module, called Managing Value Creation Processes from Idea to Market, combines the areas of entrepreneurship and innovation, marketing, and operations, and it presents the whole process of product or service development from inception to execution. The third module, Managing Finances and Strategic Decision-Making, covers all areas relevant to strategy making, from economics, accounting, and finance to strategy and business ethics. After these 3 core modules, you're invited to take an option in one of the 3 functional areas: marketing, finance, or HRM, the 3 areas that constitute the most popular areas of management specialization and in which our School of Business has particular strength. Our final module will prepare you to undertake an in-company project by introducing you to management research and consultancy methods, and it includes your own MBA project. So you can do either a company improvement project or a business analysis of an entrepreneurial opportunity, or of course you can also opt for a traditional dissertation. Alongside these modules, you will be working on your learning and professional development portfolio. In this portfolio, you will be collecting the evidence of your knowledge and skill development throughout the course. This portfolio will allow you to develop your skills, but also to document what you have achieved, and you can show these achievements to external parties. For example, if you're making a case for your promotion in your current place of employment, or if you're looking for evidence to support your application for a new job. Right, speaking of engagement, here's how we deliver the course. We have developed a customized online learning environment, which is available 24/7, and which provides you with a structured week-by-week program of study. You will get an innovative suite of online materials with an online guide that introduces key concepts and ideas. You'll get access to readings, all of which are available in electronic online downloadable format. You'll also get exercises and activities that will help you understand the material and develop key managerial skills. You will have lectures, most of which will be delivered to you in recording so that you can view them at your leisure. You will have interactive live online seminars where you will have the opportunity to discuss the topics with your module leader, examine case studies, make individual and group presentations, and so develop your presentation, virtual team working, and leadership skills. You will also interact with your tutors and fellow students in our online discussion forums. In addition, you will have the opportunity for face-to-face learning at our residential workshops and at the Leicester Masterclass. Our residential workshops are 2-day, weekend-long events that are designed to immerse you into lifelike business scenarios and that give you the opportunity to work with other students in cross-cultural teams. They're interactive, engaging, and very enjoyable. You'll do hands-on activities, role plays, real-life projects, business simulations, and so on. And of course, this is also a great opportunity for you to meet your tutors and your classmates face-to-face. These workshops also include meetings with alumni, so you will be able to expand your contacts and gain invaluable insights into business issues across sectors and countries. We're currently offering these in 4 global centers: Leicester, the Emirate of Ras El Khaimah, in East Africa, alternating between Lusaka, Zambia, and Kampala, Uganda, and in West Africa, in Accra, Ghana. Well, not in this moment, and I will mention it later, because, of course, due to the COVID restrictions, we have had to cancel the residential workshops that were supposed to happen in August. In fact, it was supposed to happen nearly, as we speak, around this time in August. But we have, in a very swift and agile way, we have managed to regroup and now offering all the materials and interaction in an innovative online learning experience that all our MBA students are currently immersed into and are producing excellent work, focusing on the projects that will help their own companies to adapt to the new normal in the pandemic and post-pandemic world. But getting back to how we do things usually, so we finally have the Leicester Masterclass, which is a week-long residential held on campus at the University of Leicester every August. And this is, of course, a fantastic opportunity for you to study on campus, network with fellow School of Business students from around the world. You'll have lectures, keynote speakers from public and private sector, workshops, projects, one-to-one sessions. The Masterclass week in Leicester is really a very exciting program, but it's not just focusing on your professional skills. It also has a social program jam-packed with entertainment events. And based on the rave reviews from the students and experience of us academics, both the residentials and Leicester Masterclass are the events not to be missed. Now, real-time interactions, live, online, and face-to-face, is one of the requirements of the program and one of the very important elements that helps students to learn, but also what students very much enjoy, because that gives this live experience, this interactive experience, this immersive experience. But we also offer you flexibility, yes, particularly in terms of face-to-face. We offer the flexibility of following either one of the 2 routes to achieve the requirements. You must attend one residential workshop and your live online seminars, but you can then choose whether to attend 2 more residential workshops, or the Leicester Masterclass, whatever suits your career plans and whatever suits your work commitments. Now, talking of support, people who support you are very important, and they fall into 2 groups: people who provide academic support and people who provide professional services support. Academic support that we provide you includes, obviously, the module-related subject-specific support. So you'll have your module leaders who teach your lectures, lead the seminars, engage in question and answer and discussion sessions online. You will also have academics leading your residential workshops and the Leicester Masterclass. And incidentally, I wanted to mention the important point: all our academic teaching and support are provided in-house. Some schools I know have a separate stable of tutors for their online learning programs, but everyone who teaches in our program are the School of Business faculty members. Yes, we may occasionally bring in a guest speaker, but that's a different story. We teach you ourselves. We don't outsource. We also provide you with general study skill support and personal support for your progression. This is provided by your personal tutor. For those who need it, there is English language support provided by our English language teaching unit. And then, in addition to academic support, you're supported by our excellent professional services team. This includes our career development team, our in-house career development manager, and of course also support of the University Career Development Center. We also have the subject librarians that help you with any library resource issues or queries. And last but not least, we have very strong administrative support team, people with whom you will be communicating during the application admission process and all throughout your studies. Now, speaking of your studies, so how would your typical week of studies look like? So in a typical week, you will have an online self-guided lesson, some additional online readings, a lecture to view or a seminar to attend, and some activities. Well, you can call it homework, but really it's more interactive activities to complete. And of course, you also have discussion board for discussing any issues that are related to the module material, where you can ask any questions and where you will be engaging in debates with your module leaders and other students. When we add it all up, all these learning elements will take about 12 to 14 hours of your study time a week. This is pretty intense, but we know that this intensity adds to the enjoyment as we challenge you, allow you to learn not just the knowledge, but also the skills. And all this hard work pays off as you develop personally and professionally and gain the skills. And it also pays off in terms of the progression and completion rates, because our completion rates are, particularly for an online, but for any program, are incredibly high, 85%. And those who, for some reason, drop out not because they're not happy with the program, not because they don't want to do it, but for usually financial or health-related reasons. So now, one of the questions students like to ask is how I will be assessed. So each core module has a midterm written exam and the final individual assignment. The option module is assessed based on 2 assignments, an individual assignment and a group project. And by the way, we have transferred all our exams now online, so all the examinations are online. Your final piece of assessment is the MBA project, and as I have already mentioned, it could be any business-related piece of work that interests you. You can do a consultancy-style project, you can do a piece of business research on a particular industry, you can develop an analysis of entrepreneurial opportunity if you want to create your own startup. And then your learning and professional development portfolio will be assessed for evidence of your learning and engagement in the program. Now, what about our entry requirements? Our entry requirements are fairly standard. You must have at least 3 years of work experience and an equivalent of the UK second-class honours degree. If your first degree was not completed in English, you need to take a test of English language proficiency. And, well, last but not least, our fees are very competitive and they're all inclusive. And well, I should probably remove this from the brackets under the heading do not cover. Travel to examinations is no longer relevant. And so with just the exception of if you want to come to the residential workshop or Leicester masterclass, you'll have to pay for your accommodation and travel. But everything else, all required study materials are included. You would never need to shell money for any textbook or anything else. Now, when can you join? Well, very soon. We have 2 intakes, April and October, and the deadline for the next intake is coming in less than a month. So hopefully we'll have the pleasure of welcoming you on our program very soon. So thank you. That concludes the presentation that I have prepared for your information, and I will be happy to take any questions that you may have regarding the program.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much, Dr. Olga. And yes, I can see that there are quite a few questions that have come through already. So if you still have any more questions, please feel free to type them out. Okay, a very important question from Lauren. Do you take any exemptions? I have half completed my MBA from another institution. Can I actually come through to your university and get credits for the modules I have completed?
I'm very sorry, but that's very regrettable, but our accreditation requirements unfortunately do not allow us to do this. So.
Okay, good. All right. And another question from Mohammed. You mentioned live seminars, Dr. Olga. If I cannot attend these, will they be recorded?
Yes, everything is available in recording. We, of course, strongly encourage attendance, and we set all our live online events in the time based on student availability. Currently, seminars for Middle East are set for midday Friday. So, you know, we know when your weekends are, and based on student feedback, we set it on this date and time because it's convenient. But yes, if you miss anything, everything is recorded.
Excellent, good. And because of the COVID situation, I noticed that there are exams that need to be written. However, what would happen if British councils are closed? How do I write examinations?
Yes, all our examinations you can take from the comfort of your home, or as we suggest, you know, if students, because we have some students who reside in the areas where the comfort of the home may not be particularly comfortable, like students in Nigeria where there are problems with the internet, so they may take it in an office or in a writing center. But you can take this exam. So the majority of the examinations, really 2 out of 3 exams effectively take-home exams. So you get the exam by email on Friday morning, and you have to submit your answers by Monday morning. And the remaining third exam, which is supposed to be a bit more strict on times at this stage, we are considering various options, including online proctored, but you will not be required to travel anywhere. So we have chosen the COVID-proof format for all the exams. And we will continue with this format even when all restrictions are lifted.
Okay, and a question from Rani. You mentioned that our workshops will now be virtual or online. Will these be held throughout the entire day? Can you give me an idea of how these will be conducted? Is it from a 9 to 5?
Okay, that's a brilliant question. I can tell you that we have managed to translate our whole Leicester Masterclass and residential workshop for this August into just a series of very small events, so that you're not seated in the front of the computer all day long, because we know how hard it is. Currently, for our next residential workshop that is coming in early February 2021, we have designed an option that would consist of 2 half days, roughly, so about 5 hours on one weekend, one brief meeting about an hour long online midweek, and followed by 3 to 4 hours online live event the following weekend. Obviously, weekend will be whatever weekend it is in your part of the world. So for some, Friday, Saturdays, for others, Saturday, Sunday. And we are currently gaining the feedback on this design concept from our students. So in fact, just this morning received the first feedback from the consultation with the students as to whether that's feasible, whether that's desirable from the student point of view. So what I've given you is a kind of a rough outline, so not a full day sitting in front of the computer, possibly 2-3 half days, but again, we will make sure that it's not boring and peering on the computer screen all the time. And as I say, further details are being confirmed by our current brilliant students, who are very engaged in giving us the feedback and help us to improve our regional design. So this, I'm sorry not to be specific, even more specific. Concrete details will be finalized by approximately mid-September, and then we will be obviously letting all our agents and all our prospective and current students know.
Excellent, thank you. Good. Okay, and is there an option for full-time? In other words, can I start this program on a distance or part-time basis and then move on to a full-time option?
Oh, no, we're only part-time and online. That's our main focus. That's our only focus, which makes us so good at what we do.
Okay, and a very, very popular question, and I can see there's about 3 students that have asked the same question. Is this certificate written online distance learning, and is this the exact same certificate that is issued to a student if they were doing it full-time on campus?
No one would ever know that you did it in a mixture of on campus and online or purely online. It's an MBA, and it's an AMBA accredited MBA. So unless you tell them that that's how you've done it, and I think you may be, I know in the past some students didn't like mentioning it, and that's why the whole question emerged. Yes, is it a certificate? No, it's not a certificate. It's not recorded anywhere. And in the past there was a slight well, hesitation, not to say perhaps a bit of a stigma associated with doing MBA online or remotely compared to doing it on campus. But as we have now discovered, the fact that I mean, we have been better prepared than anyone else. Any campus-based program certainly to deliver the education under the new normal. But our students also, and because all our students are in full-time employment, they have been able to adapt to the situation much quicker precisely because they have been studying online, they have been used to holding virtual team meetings online because they know how to work offline online in the virtual world. So they have already developed the knowledge and the skills that help them and will continue to help them in this new normal. So you may, I think many of our graduates, and we just had a virtual graduation ceremony for our latest MBA class of 2020, are bragging about having done this program online because they know that the employers, if their current employers who might be thinking about who to promote, or potential new employers, are looking precisely for people who have the skills of navigating and working in the virtual environment.
Okay, excellent. And please do get in touch with your academic consultant at Stafford, because they can actually provide you with a sample certificate so that you can actually see exactly what type of certificate you will be getting once you successfully complete this program. Okay, and a very interesting question that has come from Hussein. I do come from an engineering background with minimum management and financial knowledge. Is the program structure quite smooth and will easily support me? What are the main difficulties normally that students face in this program?
Right. Well, we have many students with your background, engineers, that in order to progress further up the ranks of management into, that like junior middle managers into senior management, they realize that they need management skills. We also have doctors moving into management. We have everyone from farmers and managers of NGOs to bankers and hoteliers. So people from all various backgrounds, and some may have some background in finance, some may have some background in HRM, but the majority have the background in a discipline different from management. So the program is built on understanding that not all of you possess previous management education. So we ease you into this. We build your skills and confidence. And then we also provide, we realize you're not going to be professional accountants or I don't know, specialist HR. So we are giving you a gentle and broad introduction to the key areas of management, helping you understand what a senior manager needs to understand about all areas of business at the level with which you would be encountering, say, finance issues in that position, but also understanding that in senior management, you will be supported by finance professionals, marketing professionals, and so on and so forth. Of course, if you have particular interest in, say, finance, marketing, or HRM, take a specialism. Just take an option in that area, build the skills more. But the prior knowledge of any management area is not required. Prior experience, yes, but you all will have that.
Good. And Janji, I will just answer your question. Janji's question is just about the admissions process and if you require a recommendation letter. Yes, Janji, you would require at least one recommendation letter from your immediate manager or even a CEO. Please do get in touch with us and we'll be able to guide you as to what that reference should look like and what the university expects. Okay. All right, a very popular question that has also come again from Lauren. I'd like to try and finish this program in a shorter period of time. Is there a fast track option?
Right, yes, indeed, a popular question. No, this is the shortest you can feasibly do it because, well, I mentioned there's already quite a considerable outlay of time, 12 to 14 hours a day, and the program built on the expectation that students who take this program, and all our students are like that, are in full-time employment. So this is the program that you can take if you're already employed. And it's already compacted with this in mind. So you can't take, say, 2 modules at the same time, yes, because there's a clear sequence of modules, and this helps you to focus on one thing at a time. But that does not allow you to move quicker. But as far as the duration of the program itself in online, flexible and blended MBA world, that would be the standard, sort of around 2.5 years.
Okay, good. And I am aware that I have to do an English assessment. I know that it's either an IELTS or I do understand that the Leicester has got an MBA assessment. In your opinion, is this an easy test to pass or should I be doing my IELTS exam?
Oh, well, I would say, do we have this here? Yes. Well, I would advise you to go for our own exam. I think it's just much more congenial for the students. Students like it, in other words.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And again, please do get in touch with us at Stafford, and we can give you some guidelines as to what to expect in this particular MBA assessment that is done by the university. Okay, and what is the maximum time period that I can finish this degree if I require to stretch it? There may be circumstances beyond my control. So what is the maximum time period I can finish this?
5 years. Yes, you can stretch it from 2.5 to double that time to 5 years.
Good. And I'm particularly interested in sustainability and development. Is this a specialization that you may be looking at in the future?
Yes, we're considering that. Having said that, we well, because we're signatories to something called PRIME, yes, the UN Initiative for Responsible Business Education. We have built sustainability in all our modules. When we're talking about, say, HR, we talk about green recruitment. Yes, we talk about creating green jobs. When we talk about marketing, we talk about sustainable marketing. When we talk about operations, we talk about sustainable supply chains. A lot of our students, now, well, I'm not supervising the MBA projects, but I'm leading the module that incorporates MBA projects. And about a half of the students working on the MBA projects are working on some sustainable development goals related projects. But yes, in the future, we're also thinking of strengthening it yet further.
Good, excellent. A very, very popular program, that indeed. Okay, and Sharik's question is, I have completed a degree in computer science. However, I'm looking at doing MBA finance. Do you think that I'll be able to manage the finance and accounting information, in your opinion?
Yes, absolutely. Your computer science degree means you have good quantitative skills. So not only you should manage, the core module that incorporates finance and accounting. You will, I'm sure, be interested to follow it up with a specialism in finance and focus your MBA project on that area. And this will give you, strong focus and strong skills in finance.
Good. And Yasser's question is, if I happen to fail a module, will I get some critical review so I know where I have gone wrong and then resubmit a second assignment?
Yes, absolutely. You'll get very detailed feedback, written feedback, about a page or 2 pages long feedback on both your exams and your assignments, regardless of whether you passed them or didn't pass them at the first go. And then you will also, of course, will have an opportunity to resubmit.
Okay, and I do have over 15 years working experience in the UAE, but unfortunately I have no degree or any other type of qualifications. Will I be able to join this program on this vast years of experience?
Well, as hopefully you can see this slide, that's where I brought this either or with entry requirements. And we do, of course, recognize that students sometimes have gone through the school of life, yes, or university of life, but not necessarily have gained a university degree. So yes, we look at these cases on individual basis, and you will be offered a conversation with me as an MBA director or with MBA director deputy, in which we will, explore and will be able to advise you whether you will be interested and capable, and whether you will be able to not just join, yes, but also complete the program successfully, because we're looking towards the future.
Absolutely. And just some advice here as well in terms of the admissions, on that type of route of entry. Please ensure that your CV is very, very strong, because it's important for admissions and for Dr. Olga as well, to see all your roles and responsibilities. Do get in touch with your Stafford academic consultant, and we'll be able to guide you as to what the university is actually looking for in your CV. So that's also very important to take note. Okay. And I've noticed that there is a CMI to this program. How important is the CMI? And do I have to write an additional exam to get this certification?
You don't need to do anything extra. Yes, the work that you do, assignments, MBA project that you do throughout the program, then is looked over by the CMI accreditors, and then they decide in the vast majority of cases that you will receive this additional award. How important it is? Well, let me be perfectly honest with you. It is extremely important in this country because it's Chartered Management Institute in the UK. In the countries where they value this, I don't know whether it would be important in the US, yes. But in the Anglophile / UK-phile countries where they value British education, they would also value the qualifications from the only chartered professional body for managers.
Good. And Alain, this is a question regarding admissions. Yes, you would need to have a bachelor degree. And I can see you've mentioned that you've got 11 years experience. We would love to see your CV. You need to demonstrate at least 3 years management experience. And you've asked if there's anything extra to be submitted. Yes, there are other additional documents that would need to be submitted. So please do get in touch with me or with your academic consultant, and we'll be able to advise you as to exactly which documents have to be submitted to the university. I'm pretty sure that your academic consultant has already sent you some information as well. So do look out for that, or please get in contact with us and we can assist you with that. And one last question as well with regards to fees. Please also get in touch with your Stafford consultant. We'll be able to advise you of the methods of how to pay this program. You obviously don't even have a registration fee, which is fantastic. A lot of other universities do actually have registration fees, whereas this particular program does not. So please do get in touch with us, and we'll be able to give you the fee structure so that you can see how this can be paid, and very flexible installments. Okay. All right. I've managed to group all the questions together, Dr. Olga. Thank you so much for joining us. It was really informative. And thank you, everyone, for joining us from all across the region. And I'm sure that all the questions were answered. We are currently accepting applications for this coming intake. It's starting in October. There are limited places available because it's a very, very popular program. So do get in touch with us. Let us get your application documents in and get that very important unconditional offer for you. Okay. A good evening to everyone. Good evening to you, Dr. Olga.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much to everyone who attended the session. And I am really looking forward to welcoming you as part of our MBA family.
Good, excellent. And have a good evening. Stay safe. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.